Hey, what is going on, everybody? Boilon here, back for another video here on Raid Shadow Legends, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about anniversary preparation because we do have some news about some of the upcoming stuff. I know I did a video on this pretty recently, but I want to kind of do this again. I want to kind of let people know what they can do in order to prepare for next week's fusion event for Lord Entertainer Fabian. He is, I think he's in the game now. We're going to take a look at some of this stuff. We're going to go over what I'm doing in preparation of this, and hopefully some of this stuff helps for you. And if it does, make sure that you do ring that notification bell and subscribe to the channel for all videos. Boilon on the Raid Shadow Legends journey. So, and if you haven't started playing Raid yet, then now is the best time because I have two different new player links for you to start your game off. The first one being the Epic Orc Champion Zargala, a great attacker hero, and the second one is also going to be for Rector Drath, an amazing support character who will greatly help your gameplay, but you can only choose one. The QR code in the top right hand of the screen will get you Zargala, but there are links in the description below for both her or Rector Drath. And to sweeten the deal, you will also get yourself a free Ugo at account level 15, one of the best epic heroes in the game. And that's not all, because if you use the promo code Monkey King within the first 24 hours of your account, then you can get yourself a free legendary Sun Wukong, an amazing addition to your roster, and will help you blow past the competition. So, what are you waiting for? Let's just start at the beginning here. If you haven't been paying attention to the news and what's going on, version 10.3 has gone live. The Festival of Creation is what they are calling the 6th anniversary for Raid. I forget what this news article, I think they're just talking about that, the upcoming fusion event for Lord Entertainer Fabian. You can kind of see it here. He is so I guess there was some thought that he was going to be a high elf character, but no, he is actually part of the Undead Hordes faction, which is fine because if I'm able to get him, boy, I have like no good characters from the Undead Hordes faction. So this would be amazing and would help me in a lot of places. And I suck so much at the faction crypts for this faction because I have like nobody good. So he is a support character. He is a spirit affinity. He's going to be able to place petrification and true debuffs on your enemy. And it does sound like he might be an arena base. I read it somewhere. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if it was in here, maybe somewhere else, where they said that he was going to be a really amazing arena-based character. I don't know if he's actually, is he in the game, in the roster? Can I actually take a look at him? Undead Hordes. I don't know if it's been updated in there quite yet. Is he there? Let's take a look. Is he in there now? It doesn't look like that. Unless I'm missing him. So no, I don't think he's in. His kit is not in here for us to look at, unfortunately, quite yet. But nonetheless, if you look at my really pitiful Undead Hordes faction, it is mostly just a couple of rares and like one epic. So I could definitely use some more characters from this. Let's talk about some of the things that I am doing right now to prepare for this. The first thing, and this is the easy thing, hoard all of your shards. Now, I did not, I kind of listened. I've been accumulating this a little bit. I do have some sacred shards. If I can remove my cam box there, you can see that I have 6 sacred shards waiting in the wing. And these are very important because sacred shards are usually worth a lot of points for a variety of events. And if you go into the events tab, you can click on the Festival of Creation stuff here at the top. Now, I think this is just what's coming right now, or what's available kind of right now for week 1. I'll remove my my face here a little bit so you can see the bottom left corner here. And they talk about all these different events that are kind of mostly running right now. I think this is just week 1, honestly, coming soon. And then like, cause it ends in 3 weeks, 4 days. So I think that this basically, this is going to change every single week. This first week is not associated with the fusion event, so you don't really need to pay too close attention to these. In my opinion, there is a few of them. You don't really need to pay attention to these. There's a few tournaments that are going right now that might be decent, but I don't want to burn too many of my resources ahead of the fusion event. This champion training tournament is pretty nice, I'll admit. There is a legendary book, there's a mythical book here at the top, some pretty good resources in here. But I'm new to the game, right? And I want to hoard as much resources as I can going ahead of next week's event to make sure that I can do as much as I possibly can to get the legendary character, because I really want to get Lord Entertainer Fabian. And I remember from last year, well, no, because I wasn't playing, but I looked it up, right? Armand's the Magnificent was the character from last year, and he's absolutely insane, which is why I tried to pull for him in that Ancient Shard pull. That didn't work. So, yes, I'm saving my shards. I'm saving my energy. Want to talk about this because it's really nice that you can, for the most part, save up your energy from wherever you get it, right? Whether it's from some of your free claim stuff, whether it's from offers, which we're going to talk about as well, some freebies that they gave away, which they are actually giving away. You can hoard this because it has a 99 days. So I'm not going to be using them until the fusion event starts next week, where I'm going to be, trying to complete this the best that I can. So also, firstly, if you haven't, you've probably already seen this, but if you haven't, right, this was in the limited special offer section in the bottom left. This was the free 6th anniversary gift that they're giving away here, and it's a 5-day claim, and there is a sacred shard attached to that, which I believe is on day 1. I'm going to go, I think it's in here as well. So the 6th anniversary, which I've claimed now 2 days, because I think it went out pretty at a weird time, and so I was able to roll over pretty quickly. And then the energy. So the energy from this, I believe, goes into the inbox, which is what you saw. Some of it, what you saw in my inbox, which I've been holding on to for next week's fusion event. So the 900 energy that's left for me to claim, I'm not gonna use it. I'm just gonna wait until the fusion event so that I have the maximum amount of resources to make sure that I can get there. What else can you do though? Because there's some pretty good stuff that you could pick up if you're into doing some spending. There's a few things. This monthly pack is actually a really good value. This is available once a month. So once we know more about specifically what you need to do for points and stuff like that, it is available later on, which I probably will pick up as well. So this is something that I'll most likely buy next week, because this does include a sacred shard, which for me, I think it has I think it's like 28 Canadian dollars or 20 US dollars for just the sacred shard alone. But it also comes with 800 gems, which you can use at your leisure for more energy or what have you, what you want to do with that, plus 1,000 energy towards the events next week, 3 void shards and 5 ancient shards. So this has really good value here. The other thing which I mentioned, I think in one of my last videos, is the monthly gem pack, right? This is honestly for 10 US dollars. This is legitimately probably the best offer that you could pick up, because it's just a lot over the course of 30 days. Mine expired recently, so I did pick up another one. There is actually a daily energy pack. This one is pretty good as well. So for 28 Canadian, or I believe 20 US dollars, you get 2,650 energy plus 17 potions. Now, if you're a higher on your account level, those potions, the full energies, right, are going to be worth more value than, say, if you were level 20. So do keep that in mind. If you're a lower account level, it does make more sense to say, I don't know if it's in this one or the other tab, to pick up something that's more raw energy rather than the potions. But once you get to about account level 40 plus, I would say it's okay to pick up some of these ones with the potions. So the limited time offers, this is going to vary a little bit for different people, but there is a particularly this raid anniversary energy pack, and this is the one that I wanted to point out personally. This is available. I hope that it is still around or comes back around or something similar, because I realize that the offer is only there on my end as of recording for another 7 hours. This is something that I'm going to pick up. I really hope that it comes back something like this, because this has some pretty insane value here, because 4,650 energy plus 30, just to do some quick math here, right? Like 33. I have a max that you can see it at the top, right? I have a max of 125. So 125 times 33 plus 4,650. That is a lot of energy for, I think that's about 30 US dollars, maybe 28. I forget, because the exchange rate is kind of weird right now. So that is very, very good, and something that I am going to actually pick up here before it expires. So if you have the chance to be able to buy something like this, or that offer particularly, make sure you do that, because that is a really good one for you to pick up ahead of next week's fusion event. It is a daily. Oh, it's a daily. Actually, I didn't even check that it was over 3 days. So this should, I hope, goes into my inbox. So you don't actually need to use it right now, which is the great thing about raid offers, is that it typically goes into the inbox, and you can hold on to that. So that is really nice there. Another one that I think might be of some particular value, actually, oh, I already passed it, sorry, is this anniversary pack string. Now, if you're looking for upgrading your characters, there is a lot of chickens. I'm not actually sure how much this costs here, but this looks pretty identical to what I just picked up from the raid anniversary one as well, right? So if you're into doing a little bit more, doing the chickens plus this could be of really good value. And then number 3 and 4, if you need to buy some books, you can find them available there, especially mythical skill books are going to be very important if you have those characters, right? Only if you have those characters. But the first two look pretty good as well. So those are just some things that I wanted to mention. There isn't a Forge Pass that have come around yet. Those are normally the kind of the bread and butter packages that I would normally buy. Would be something like the daily gem packs and the Forge Pass. Those are for sure stuff that I pick up every single month, which would help. This one is good. If you don't have that other one that I just purchased, I'm hoping that that comes back. But this one, I'm pretty sure I just spent, just a little bit more to get like double what this is, right? So the value was a lot higher on that other offer. So do keep that in mind as well. So that's going to go into my inbox. I'm going to be holding on to. It's a lot. I don't like the fact that it's like it's one potion at a time, and so it's kind of flooding my inbox a little bit here. I will claim the multi battles though, because that's fine. I can do that. The energy related stuff I'm going to be holding on to there. The other thing that I do want to talk about though is making sure that you buy stuff out of the market. Right, this is going to be really really important that you buy your mystery shards, holding on to them for your the events next week. And this is something that I'm doing more lately. Actually, is I'm picking up these uncommon greens. I found myself when I'm doing mass amounts of farming on my food for XP and whatnot, I'm actually running out of greens. So you're going to get your gold back when you start doing a lot of food farming, anyways. But, there might come a point where you actually run out of characters to grind up. I don't like grinding up commons. I much prefer to grind up uncommon based characters. And so for that reason, I do think it's a little bit better to buy these from the store. I believe, I forgot how much, was it 39K? I'm pretty sure it's 39K, 44K, and 49K as the maximum. There's three different price thresholds for different greens for some reason. But making sure that you have a good amount of those. So when you do start food farming, because that's going to be part of the fusion event, most likely, there is going to be some element where you're going to have to grind up some food. That's almost always that I've seen since I started playing, as part of some of these events. So that's something that you want to keep in mind, that you have characters to level up, some food to grind. And in this case, I've actually got to the point, weirdly, where like I start to run out of greens, because for every, I think, if I'm not mistaken, for every 5 star, you need 60 greens, 62-star characters to grind up all the way from 2 to 3 to 4 and then to 5. And all of the, requirements for all of those different characters is basically 62-star champions. So I know for a fact that I don't have 60 there. I don't even think I have any in my reserve. But what I'm going to be doing ahead of next week is going to be buying as many of these greens as I possibly can. And then I'm going to be holding on to them so that I could start grinding it for next week. Now, the other alternative, of course, is that if you do have a lot of mystery shards, you can just summon some greens. But you do get some extra points for typically for summoning using mystery shards in these events. And so I don't really want to use the mystery shards early or prematurely just to get greens. It's more of like it's extra, right? So when these events start going, then sure, if I need to summon using the mystery shards to get some greens, great. But I don't want that to be the basis and then I end up running out as well. And before we end the video, I do want to mention that if you haven't started playing Raid yet, you can download using the QR code in the top right hand of the screen to get yourself into free Epic Zargala. Also, there is an alternative if you do want to get Rector Drath. There will be 2 links in the description down below, one for Zargala, one for Rector Drath. Now, both of these links do also come with a free Epic Ugo, one of the best characters in the game. You'll get them from account level 15. And don't forget that there is also the promo code Monkey King, which you can get yourself a free Sun Wukong. So I think it's better to have more food, or in this case, uncommon characters available for these events when you start grinding before you get there, right? Make sure you have it ahead of next week, which is why I wanted to bring it up in this video. I think that's about it. I think that basically covers it here today. Those are some of the things that I would do in preparation of the more important events that are going to be next week. I think this is kind of the onboarding of the 6th anniversary. There is some good stuff though. If you do want to compete in some of them, if you're splashing out a little bit more and you have the energy to spend to progress in these tournaments, there's some great stuff in there, and I totally would if I wasn't just saving and holding on to my stuff for next week. So yeah, that's it for now, everybody. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below, but otherwise, until next time, I'll see you guys in the next video. And if you like this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and you'll be greatly helping out the channel. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys on the next one.